Reading class time, second grade. Today you have another story, and the title is Andy's Real Question. Let's look over your new study words there. You can follow along on page 27, lesson 11 in your reading. So have your papers ready and you can read the words with me. We're going to start with number 1. Number 1 is abode. Number 2, basement. Number 3, confused. Number 4, disciples. Number 5, explain. Number 6, gathered. Number 7, humble. Number 8, midst. Okay, so let's look over on the board here. Normally I would get you to look them up in the glossary, and you're very welcome to look them up in the glossary, but since I'm not with you, I'll go with you on the board here, the meanings on the board, and then we can kind of understand them together. So abode means a place to live. Confused means feeling mixed up or not sure. Basement means the lowest floor of a building, below or partly below the ground. Disciples means followers of a teacher. Explain means to make easy to understand. Gathered means came together in a group. Humble means not acting proud. And midst means middle or part of. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about these words, and I'm going to use each one in a sentence. Maybe it'll make a little bit more, maybe they'll mean even more to you. You know the meanings a little bit better. So abode, we could say, we will make our abode in Indiana. Basement, we could say, there is a rat in the basement of the house. Confused, we could say, I was confused and did not know the answer to the question. Disciples, we could say, Jesus' disciples tried to do his teachings. Explain, we could say, Callie will explain the game to kindergarten. And we could say for gathered, Lincoln, Elijah, and Bracy gathered in the ball field to play. Humble, we could say God wants us to be humble. And midst, that means in the middle of, so we could say Zach and Emerson are in the midst of the line of children in dodgeball. Okay, so that is the study words that you will have for today. Let's talk a little bit about this verse here on the board. This is the Bible verse that you will have for the next 2 lessons. And it says, Lo, I am with you always. Matthew 28:20. So that was a verse that Jesus said in the Bible. It's found in Matthew. And it's a verse that Jesus told his disciples that he told them to go into all the world and preach the gospel. And he told them that he will be with them always. So that's what that verse means, that Jesus will be with us always. Okay, so introducing the story, looking in the first paragraph, the name of the main character in this story is Andy. So what does the first sentence tell you about him? So if you have your readers open, you can kind of know a little bit more what I'm trying to tell you. The first sentence tells you that he was not very big, but he had a big question. So he had a big question on his mind, and he wanted answers for it. So where do you think God is? Can he hear your prayers no matter where you are? Andy had a question about God. He asked mother and grandmother and daddy where God is. Do you think he learned the answer to his real question? So you can read this story and you can find out exactly where God is. And yeah, so don't forget to read it on the bottom of the page. And yeah, you can just go ahead with the rest of your lesson also. Start at the beginning with the study words. If you don't know, if you don't remember the meanings of the study words, feel free to look back in your glossary and just look at the meanings there. They have all the meanings for the study words in the glossary. So yeah, don't just guess for part A. Make sure that you have the right answer. And you will be using the numbers of the words there, like they have a definition, and then you will put the correct number beside the definition. So, okay, I think that's covers our reading lesson for today. Yeah, we'll talk again tomorrow about Andy's real question.